Hello everyone. Welcome to Shadow and Shine English, a place where your English journey begins. Glowing star. Here, we believe that every learner has two sides, a shadow and a shine. The shadow is our fear, the fear of speaking, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of people laughing at our English. And the shine, that's your courage, your hope, your dream to speak English confidently, to express yourself clearly, and to change your life with every new word you learn. On this channel, you will find motivational stories, English learning tips, daily speaking practice, and self-improvement lessons. I use easy English words so that every learner, from beginner to advanced, can understand, enjoy, and grow. If you ever feel shy or afraid to speak English, remember this. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Every confident voice was once silent. And every strong English learner started with small, simple steps. So don't worry about your accent. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about mistakes. Just start speaking, because learning English is not about being perfect, it's about being brave. In today's video, I will share a powerful story, a story of one young boy who was once afraid to speak English, but later, his English changed his life. It's a story about struggle, hope, and confidence. A story that will motivate you to believe in yourself and to never give up. So, sit back, relax, and listen carefully. This story might sound like Daniel's story. But deep inside, it's also your story, the story of every learner who wants to shine in English and in life. Let's begin. Welcome to Shadow and Shine English, where your words find their light. In a small town full of colorful streets and simple people, there lived a boy named Arjun. He was 19 years old, full of dreams and curiosity about the world. But one thing always stopped him: English. Yes, English. The language that seemed to open every door for others but kept him locked out. Whenever someone spoke English in front of him, Arjun's heart would start beating fast. His hands became sweaty. His mind went blank. He wished he could disappear. He used to think, why can't I speak like them? Why am I always silent when others talk confidently? At school, English was always his weakest subject. He would sit in the last row, avoiding the teacher's eyes. Every time the teacher said, "Arjun, read the next paragraph," his stomach would twist. He would look at the book, but the words seemed like a puzzle. Once, he mispronounced the word though as though, and the whole class laughed. That laughter stayed in his heart for years. His silent battle. At home, Arjun didn't talk about it. His parents were simple people. His father worked as a mechanic, and his mother ran a small tea stall. They both wanted Arjun to get a good job and a better life. But how could he? Every good job required English. Every interview was in English. Even online courses were in English. One evening, his father said, "Arjun, you should start applying for jobs now." Arjun smiled weakly, "Yes, Papa. I will." But deep inside, he knew he couldn't. He was scared. He wasn't scared of the world. He wasn't scared of work. He was scared of a language. It sounds strange, doesn't it? But millions of learners around the world feel the same. The turning point. One night, Arjun was scrolling through YouTube. He saw a video titled "How I Learned English Without Fear." He clicked it. A girl was speaking in simple, clear English. She said, "Don't be afraid of English. English is not a mountain. It's just a language made of words, sounds, and practice." Her words touched him. She was not from London or America. She was from a small town too. She had learned slowly, step by step. For the first time, Arjun thought, maybe I can do it too. He opened his notebook and wrote, "Day 1, I will learn English." That was the first small step of a long journey. The first practice. Next morning, Arjun stood in front of the mirror. He looked at his reflection and said softly, "Hello. My name is Arjun. I am learning English." It felt strange. His voice was shaking. His tongue felt heavy. But he smiled and said it again. "Hello. My name is Arjun. I am learning English." He practiced for 10 minutes. When his mother entered the room, she asked, "What are you doing, Beta?" He said shyly, I'm learning English." She smiled. "Good. Keep learning." That small smile gave him energy. The mockery. But the world was not always kind. One afternoon, Arjun went to a nearby internet cafe to print his CV. He tried to talk to the shop owner in English. "Please, print this paper," he said slowly. The owner laughed and replied in the local language, "Why are you showing off? Just speak normally." Everyone in the cafe turned to look at him. Arjun felt embarrassed. His face turned red. He wanted to leave. But as he walked home, he thought, "Why should I feel ashamed for trying? If I never try, I'll never learn." That day, he promised himself, "People may laugh at my English today, but one day, they'll listen to me in English." The Notebook of Dreams. Arjun started keeping a notebook. On the first page, he wrote, "My English journey." Every day, he added one new word. He didn't just memorize it, he used it in a sentence. For example, word, brave. Sentence, I am brave because I am learning English. Slowly, his notebook became his best friend. It was full of new words, short sentences, and even small mistakes. But every page showed progress. At night, he would listen to English podcasts and repeat the sentences. He couldn't understand everything, but he tried. He even started writing short diary entries like, "Today, I feel happy. I spoke one English sentence to my friend." Those small victories mattered more than anything. The friend who believed. One day, his childhood friend Ravi visited him. Ravi was studying in a big city and could speak fluent English. When Arjun told him about his learning, Ravi smiled and said, "Don't worry, bro. I was like you once. The only difference is I didn't stop trying." He taught Arjun one golden rule. Don't try to learn English. Try to live English. Arjun didn't understand at first. "What do you mean by live English?" Ravi explained. "Think in English. Speak small English sentences with yourself. Watch English videos. Change your phone to English. Live in English every day." That advice changed everything. A new routine. From the next day, Arjun made a daily plan. Morning, 10 minutes speak in front of the mirror. Afternoon, 15 minutes watch one short English video. Evening, 20 minutes write a short English paragraph. Night, 10 minutes listen to English before sleeping. He called it the 55-minute rule. At first, it was hard. Sometimes he forgot. Sometimes he was tired. But slowly, the habit grew. After 2 weeks, he could speak small sentences confidently. After 1 month, he could understand English songs better. After 2 months, he even started helping his younger sister with her English homework. The first success. One day, Arjun went to a local shop. The shopkeeper was busy, so Arjun said in English, "Excuse me, can I get one notebook, please?" The shopkeeper gave it to him without laughing or questioning. That small moment, that simple sentence, felt like victory. When he came home, he looked in the mirror again and said, "I did it! I really spoke English outside." His confidence started growing like sunlight after a long dark night. The fear returns. But the journey was not perfect. One day, he joined an online English speaking group on Discord. When others started speaking, their English was fast, clear, and full of vocabulary. When it was Arjun's turn, he froze again. His old fear returned. He said, "Hello. I am Arjun. I am learning English." Someone in the group laughed quietly. He ended the call immediately. For 2 days, he didn't practice. He felt like giving up. Then he remembered his first day in front of the mirror. He remembered his promise, people may laugh today, but one day they'll listen. He opened his notebook and wrote, "Even when I fail, I am learning. Even when I stop, I can start again." Those words healed him. The new belief. Arjun realized something powerful. English is not about being perfect. It's about being brave. He stopped worrying about grammar all the time. He started focusing on communication. If he didn't know a word, he used another one. If he made a mistake, he smiled and continued. Because real learners don't quit. They grow. Slowly, his fears started disappearing. He could now talk to new people online. He joined English learning servers, practiced daily, and even helped beginners. Every day, he learned something new, not just English, but confidence. The message for everyone. Arjun's story is not just about one person. It's about all of us. Many people are scared of English. They think they're not smart enough or talented enough. But the truth is simple. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, you're one step closer. Every time you listen, read, or write, you're growing. English is not your enemy, it's your tool. And like every tool, it becomes easier with practice. Ending, Part 1 Summary. Arjun began his journey with fear of speaking, fear of being judged, fear of failure. But slowly, with small daily steps, he found courage. He learned that English is not a symbol of intelligence, it's just a skill. And any skill can be learned with practice, patience, and belief. So if you, too, feel afraid of English today, remember Arjun's story. Stand in front of the mirror and say, "Hello, I'm learning English. I'm not afraid anymore." Because this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Days were passing, and Arjun's confidence was growing slowly like a seed turning into a small plant. Every morning, he practiced in front of the mirror, repeating small sentences again and again. He still made mistakes, but now, those mistakes didn't stop him, they motivated him. He often said to himself, "One day, I will speak English like them, not perfectly, but confidently." But life had planned something new for him, a challenge that would test everything he had learned. The announcement. It was a sunny afternoon when his friend Ravi called him. "Hey Arjun. I have something exciting to tell you." Arjun smiled. "What's that?" Ravi replied, "Our town library is organizing a Speak in English challenge next month. It's open for everyone, students, workers, shopkeepers, anyone who wants to show their English confidence." Arjun's heart skipped a beat. Speak in English? In front of people? Yes! Ravi laughed. You'll get 3 minutes to speak on any topic. The winner will get a prize, and more importantly, respect. Respect. That one word echoed in Arjun's heart. All his life, people had laughed at his English. This was his chance to prove something not to them, but to himself. Still, fear whispered inside him. What if I forget my words? What if people laugh again? Ravi understood. Don't worry, Arjun. I'll help you. Think of this challenge as a test, not of English, but of courage. Arjun took a deep breath and said, Okay. I'll do it. the preparation begins. From the next day, Arjun began preparing seriously. He chose his topic: why everyone should learn English. It was close to his heart. He started writing his speech in simple English. He didn't copy from the internet, he wrote from his own experience, his fear, his struggles, his hope. His first draft looked like this. Good morning, everyone. My name is Arjun. Today I will speak about why everyone should learn English. English is not just a language. It is a bridge that connects people. It gives you confidence, knowledge, and new opportunities. I was afraid of English once, but now I love it. Because English made me brave. When he read it aloud for the first time, his voice trembled. He forgot some lines. His pronunciation wasn't perfect. But he didn't give up. He practiced again and again, morning, afternoon, and night. He recorded his speech on his phone, listened to it, and corrected his mistakes. Every time he improved even a little, he wrote in his notebook, I am better than yesterday. The support circle. One evening, Ravi joined him on a video call. Come on, Arjun. Let's practice together. I'll be the audience. Arjun laughed nervously but agreed. He stood straight, took a deep breath, and began his speech. At first, he stumbled on words like opportunities and confidence, but Ravi encouraged him. Don't stop. Keep speaking. When he finished, Ravi clapped loudly. Bro, that was great. You spoke from your heart. People will feel your honesty. Arjun smiled. For the first time, he believed he could do it. The day before the challenge. The night before the competition, Arjun couldn't sleep. He lay on his bed, thinking about the next day. He imagined the crowd, the stage, the microphone, and suddenly fear returned like an old enemy. What if I forget everything? What if I freeze? He sat up and opened his notebook. On the first page, the old sentence stared at him. Day 1, I will learn English. He smiled. He remembered how scared he had been on that first day. And now, he was about to stand on a stage and speak in English. He whispered to himself. Fear started my story, but courage will continue it. Finally, he closed his eyes and slept. The big day. The morning was bright. The library hall was full of people, students, teachers, and even parents. The banner on the wall read, Speak in English Challenge, be brave, be bold. Arjun sat in the audience, holding his small paper with the speech written on it. His heart was beating fast. There were 10 participants. Some spoke fluently, using fancy words. Arjun listened carefully. He didn't compare himself, he just focused on his goal. When his name was called, next, we have Arjun. His legs felt heavy. But he walked to the stage, holding the microphone. He looked at the crowd, around 50 people. He took a deep breath. Then, he began the speech. Good morning, everyone. My name is Arjun, and today I want to talk about why everyone should learn English. His voice was shaking, but he continued. At first, I was very scared of English. I thought it was difficult, impossible. But then I realized English is just a language, not a monster. It is made of words, and words can be learned. A few people smiled. His voice grew stronger. When you learn English, you don't just learn grammar. You learn confidence. You learn how to express yourself to the world. English connects you with people, with knowledge, with dreams. He paused and looked around. The crowd was listening quietly. I started learning English alone, in my room, with a mirror and a notebook. I made mistakes every day. People laughed at me. But I didn't stop. Because I knew if I stop, my dream stops. he raised his head and finished with power. English didn't change my life, my courage did. So, if you're afraid of English, don't be. Start today, start small, and one day, English will speak through you. When he ended, the hall was silent for a second, then everyone clapped loudly. That sound felt like music to his heart. Arjun smiled, bowed slightly, and stepped down from the stage. After the English-speaking challenge, Arjun's life began to change, not suddenly, but slowly, like sunrise after a long night. He wasn't a perfect English speaker yet. He still made mistakes, forgot words, and sometimes mixed his sentences. But now, those things didn't scare him anymore. He had faced the stage, faced the crowd, and faced himself. Now, his goal was not only to speak English but to live English every single day. The morning routine. Arjun decided to build a new routine for himself. Every morning, before breakfast, he would practice speaking for 15 minutes. He called it his morning talk time. He stood in front of the mirror, smiled, and started with easy lines. "Good morning, Arjun. Today is a beautiful day. I will learn something new today." Some days, he pretended to be a teacher. "Good morning, class. Today we are learning about confidence." Other days, he played both roles, student and teacher. His sister would laugh and say, "Bye, are you talking to yourself again?" And he would reply proudly, "Yes. I'm practicing my future." Learning from daily life. Arjun learned that English wasn't just in books or lessons, it was everywhere. He began noticing English words on signboards, packets, mobile apps, and TV shows. When he went to the market, he read labels like fresh milk, expiry date, nutritional facts. When he watched cricket, he noticed words like innings, run rate, umpire's decision. He kept a small notebook in his pocket, called Words from Life. Whenever he saw or heard a new word, he wrote it down. For example, word, decision. Sentence, I made a decision to speak English every day. Word, confidence. Sentence, confidence is my new strength. This small habit made a big difference. English was no longer a subject, it became part of his daily life. Speaking with strangers. One of Arjun's biggest fears used to be speaking English in front of others. But after the challenge, he decided to face this fear too. At a local cafe, he tried ordering in English. "Can I get one tea and a sandwich, please?" The waiter looked surprised but smiled and said, "Sure." Arjun smiled back. He had done it. The next day, he helped a tourist find directions. "Excuse me, the temple is straight ahead and then right side." The tourist thanked him warmly. That small moment gave him huge confidence. He realized something important. People don't laugh at your English, they appreciate your effort. The online practice. Every night, Arjun joined an English-speaking group on Discord. At first, he just listened quietly. But soon, he started speaking again slowly, carefully, but bravely. Sometimes, other learners corrected him kindly. Sometimes, he corrected them. They all made mistakes together, and they all laughed together. That was the beauty of learning. He made new friends from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and even other countries. Each person had a different accent, but one dreamed to speak English confidently. One of his online friends, Sarah from Egypt, told him, "Don't think of English as a language. Think of it as a door. Once you open it, the world looks bigger." That line stayed in Arjun's heart forever. The journey of learning English had never been a straight road for Arjun. It was more like a mountain full of ups, downs, rough paths, and sudden rains of doubt. For months, he had practiced daily listening to English podcasts, watching short lessons on YouTube, talking to himself in front of the mirror, and even chatting with strangers online. His confidence had grown, his pronunciation was clearer, and his fear had almost vanished. But life, as always, had another test waiting for him. 1. The unexpected fall. It was a Monday morning. Arjun woke up early, excited about his first official interview in an international company. He had prepared for weeks, rehearsing answers, learning new phrases, even practicing how to smile confidently. He wore his best shirt, took a deep breath, and opened his laptop for the online interview. The interviewer, a foreigner from London, appeared on screen. "Good morning, Arjun. How are you today?" she asked cheerfully. Arjun smiled nervously. "I am fine, ma'am. I hope you also fine." The interviewer smiled politely, but something in her expression made him uneasy. The conversation continued, and soon, the questions got harder. "Can you tell me about a time when you solved a problem using communication skills?" she asked. Arjun tried to answer, but his mind went blank. The English words danced around his head but refused to come out. His tongue felt heavy, his voice cracked, and the silence stretched longer than he wanted. He panicked. I try to solve problem by speaking good," he stammered. He could see confusion on her face. The interview ended quickly after that, with a polite, "We'll contact you soon." When the call ended, Arjun felt broken. All those months of effort seemed wasted. He sat silently for hours, replaying every mistake, every mispronounced word, every grammar error, every awkward pause. That night, he didn't open his English notebook. He didn't watch any videos. He didn't even speak a single English word. For the first time in months, he gave up. Arjun had come a long way from the shy, trembling boy who once feared speaking a single English sentence. Months of effort, failures, lessons, and persistence had turned him into something new, someone stronger, calmer, and more confident. The fear that once chained his tongue had slowly melted away. In its place stood the voice of belief. But confidence is not built in one moment, it is born from hundreds of small victories. And now, Arjun's new chapter was about to begin. 1. From student to speaker. One day, his English mentor, Mr. Lewis, sent him a message. "Arjun, our online English community is organizing a live session next week, a motivational talk for new learners. Would you like to speak?" Arjun froze. Speak live? In front of hundreds of learners? His old fears tried to wake up again. His heart pounded, his palms began to sweat, and that little voice whispered inside, "What if you make mistakes again?" But this time, another voice, stronger, clearer, answered back. "What if I inspire someone who's just like I was?" He smiled, took a deep breath, and typed his reply. "Yes, sir. I'll do it." For the next 7 days, Arjun practiced like never before. He didn't memorize sentences, he spoke naturally, from the heart. He rehearsed his story, from the boy who feared English to the man who found confidence in his voice. When the day arrived, his hands trembled as he joined the live stream. Hundreds of faces appeared on screen, learners from India, Pakistan, the Philippines, Egypt, and even Brazil. Mr. Lewis introduced him. "Everyone, please welcome Arjun, one of our most inspiring learners." Arjun smiled nervously, then began. "Hello everyone. My name is Arjun. A few months ago, I couldn't even say a full sentence in English without fear. But today, I'm speaking to all of you, not because I'm perfect, but because I didn't stop." The chat filled with hearts and clapping emojis. "I failed interviews, I forgot words, I made mistakes every day. But I realized something: mistakes are not signs of weakness, they are signs that we are trying." He paused and smiled. So if you are learning English right now, don't wait to be perfect. Just start speaking. Every word you speak is a step toward your better self. When he finished, the audience clapped. Mr. Lewis looked proud. "That was beautiful, Arjun. You just inspired hundreds of learners tonight. Arjun's eyes filled with tears, not of sadness, but joy. For the first time, he wasn't just a learner. He had become a guide. 2. The YouTube dream. The success of the live talk gave Arjun a new idea. He thought, why not share my journey with the world? So, he created his own YouTube channel, Shadow and Shine English. The name represented his life, the shadow of fear and the shine of confidence. His first video was simple, just him, sitting in his small room, speaking to the camera. Hello, friends. My name is Arjun. If you're afraid of English, I know how you feel, because I was just like you. But I learned that English is not about showing off, it's about expressing yourself. So let's grow together, one word at a time. He uploaded the video, not expecting much. But within a few days, the comments started pouring in. Your story motivated me. Thank you, brother. I was about to give up. Please make more videos like this. Arjun smiled as he read them. For the first time, English wasn't just a language for him, it had become his bridge to connect with people across the world. He began uploading videos regularly, short lessons, motivational talks, and small challenges like Speak 5 Minutes English Daily. His audience grew steadily. And every time someone commented, because of you, I started speaking, he felt that all his struggles had meaning. 3. The power of real confidence. But confidence is not arrogance. Arjun learned that real confidence comes from humility, from accepting that you still have more to learn. Once, during a live Q&A, a viewer asked, Arjun Bhai, do you still make mistakes while speaking English? He laughed and said, of course. I make mistakes every day. The only difference is, now I don't stop because of them. That answer touched many hearts. It showed that confidence doesn't mean perfect English. It means unshakable belief in yourself. Arjun also started practicing emotional intelligence, learning to stay calm under pressure. Whenever someone criticized his accent or grammar online, he replied politely, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll try to improve." He no longer feared judgment because he had already faced something worse, his own self-doubt. And he had defeated it. Sparkles, thank you for watching. Keep learning. Keep shining. Sparkles.